Hey everybody, welcome to our third episode of Tiger Talk.
We're your hosts. I'm Jevin.
I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Miller.
We are E students at John Tyson Elementary School in Springdale, Arkansas.
We are empowered to connect with you through this podcast thanks to East and our principal, Mrs. Pogue.
Today, we're talking with some members of the Springdale School Board and Dr. Cleveland.
Welcome. Please tell us your names and how long you have served on the Springdale School Board.
Good morning. My name is Kevin Ownbey, and this is my 10th year on the Springdale School Board.
Cool.
And I'm Jared Cleveland. I'm the new superintendent. I've been here. This is my 8th year, and I served for 7 years as the deputy superintendent. And what that meant was that I was responsible for everything, including transportation, food service, personnel, other aspects of the work that the school runs. Dr. Rollins was the superintendent. He ultimately was my boss, but I did all of the things that he needed to do, and he was the face of the district, and now I'm able to do those things as well.
That's good.
Thank you for serving our schools. Why did you choose to serve on our school board?
Well, I spent 25 years at Tyson and lived in Springdale, never really got connected with the community, and had a very close friend approach me about serving, and I thought the school board would be a good place to serve. It gives us an opportunity to understand all of the kids in our community and for me to give back to the community. So it's been a great opportunity for me to serve the city of Springdale and the kids of Springdale.
Cool.
At Tyson, we have had a really great year in spite of COVID. What are some positive things you have seen happening in other schools this year?
You want that, Mr. Ownbey?
I didn't really hear the question.
He said, what other positive things have you seen in other schools this year?
Well, just number one, just the fact that we're going to school and we give families an opportunity to be virtual and in-person learning. That's really positive. So we're not missing out on education opportunities and the opportunity to serve kids and families in multiple ways. So that's extremely positive. And the fact that I'm sitting here on a podcast at John Tyson Elementary during a pandemic with someone virtual and in person, so it's amazing.
How has being on the school board been different this year than in the past years?
Probably the biggest difference is our ability to interact with the staff and the kids because of limited time and limited face-to-face exposure. But having opportunities like this to still interact are positive, but it's not as frequent.
Our school mascot is a tiger. If you were a tiger, what sound would you make?
Well, I would assume a roar, and I kind of like the who's the guy on the cereal box? Tony the Tiger?
Tony the Tiger.
And he used to go, "Arr," or something like that. That's probably as good as I could do. If I was by myself out and about, I would probably do it a little differently, but in public, I might try to behave just a little.
So I have a grandson that goes to John Tyson Elementary, and he does both of his hands, and he gives a loud roar. He likes the Tigers.
That's cool.
That's a good question. How would you do it?
I would go.
Oh, that's a good one. If we're going to do it, I think you need to as well.
Okay.
What's your
I
best
would
tiger?
do mine like this.
It's harder than it looks, isn't it?
Yes.
We got Miller
I
over
would do mine like this. Roar!
Okay. Well, y'all sound about as good as we do, so that's good.
In East, we are trying to spread positivity through our school and community. This month, we are focusing on being kind. What is your favorite way to show kindness to others?
I'll take this one first. I think showing kindness is service. It's actually listening and caring about what the other person says and how they feel, and then responding in an appropriate way. For example, I have a son that's not much older than you, and occasionally he needs some correction. Do y'all ever get corrected by your parents for one way or another? Well,
I do.
that correction actually is kindness and love from your parents, because if they didn't care enough to correct you, then you could continue to do things that maybe are bad for you. So being kind in that and communicating in an appropriate way to where you still feel loved and you feel appreciated and valued, that's how we as administrators and school board members really look to all of our students and our staff, is to provide an appropriate landscape for you to learn and to do these fun things, but at the same time do it in a structured and safe way. So service, when people say we want to be of service to you, it means to set the stage for you to have a maximized learning environment where you're safe, where you feel secure, and where you want to go every day and have some fun. And I think this is fun. This is my funnest part of my day today, for sure.
Okay.
Mr. Ownbey may have a good answer for that as well.
I think kindness is big, but also think the fact that you have to listen, and especially in this time, you have to listen to alternating opinions so we can come to better conclusions to how to serve people. And I have to work on listening a lot myself, because I think sometimes we think we have the best idea, but if we don't listen to other ideas, then I think we're not being kind and being open and communicating.
Okay, cool. Thank you for talking to us today. Is there anything else you would like to share with our listeners?
No, I'm just glad to be here and glad to see you guys here. And this technology is fantastic, and the opportunities you have at school, both in person and virtually, it's an honor to be here.
I got to tell you, you're as good as any professionals I've heard on the radio or seen do other podcasts. You three are outstanding.
Thank you.
Just unbelievable. Your voice sounds like you could be on the radio today. Both of you, all three of you. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tiger, talk to you later.
Roar.
Perfect. Oh, that was good.